Hey everybody, I'm Nick Von Walkerbarth and you're listening to the Von Dubcast. I like to do a little bit of intro where I talk about what's happening in my life, a little bit of background on the guest, what I felt going into the interview, what I thought of the interview, and just whatever else is going on. If you'd like to jump right to the interview, you can skip to 4 minutes. If not, we have one sponsor and we'll get right into it. Today's episode is brought to you by Freshie in Grand Prairie. Freshie is it's kind of like a mixture between fast food and health food. It's quick, it's easy, and you get delicious, healthy food. It's a pillar in my journey to try and be healthy. It's usually sometimes the only thing I do that's healthy in a day, but it's always there for me and I really enjoy it. If you're ever in GP, please stop by and check them out.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode number 2 of the Roadtrip pod. This is the first couple days. We recorded this in Southern Oregon after we were just kind of got our feet under us with how everything worked and got the RV kind of ripping and rolling. Just wanted to document the first nice fart. I hope the mic picked that one up. That was a good one. You got the three amigos here. You won't hear it on this podcast because when we recorded this, it was just me and Chase, but we have since the recording of this episode landed in the Bay Area, hooked up with Fraser and just been putting in, reunited, you could say, putting in some work over these last couple of days. Had a nice little golf scramble today. And then tomorrow we're going to take off, me and Chase, probably head up to Lake Tahoe for a couple of days. Fraser's got clinicals and some school stuff to do this week. So get out of his hair, go see if we can't get into a little trouble in Lake Tahoe for a bit, maybe record some more podcasts while we're up there, and then come back down to the Bay, maybe have one more big night out in San Fran, and then FO is going to hop in with us for a little bit of a Polski. We're going to have lots of fun, head out to AZ, maybe stop in Nevada, maybe hit the Grand Canyon, and then he's going to carry on to Houston with us for the fight. So there'll be more kind of sillier episodes like this, just a little bit more laid back, having fun, like you'll hear in a sec. You're going to hear some great shit about not clam chowder, what were we reviewing? Fish and chips. Chase did a fish and chip review on the couple of spots we stopped, and there's actually one more that we did that we haven't got to review yet. That'll be on the next pod. You'll hear about it. It was quite the experience. But this one, you'll get the format, how we're really critiquing these fish and chips. I shouldn't say we. It's all Chase. But it was a pretty fun episode. There's gonna be lots more coming like this. Tune in, do all those fun things, like, subscribe, pass it on to a friend, all those fun shit, and then probably maybe jerk off to it even, right? That you heard it here first, folks. Oh my god, I miss these guys. But there'll probably be maybe one more pod with just me and Chase, but then from there on should have the three amigos on there with me, Chase, and FO here. So it's been lots of fun catching up, lots of laughs over these last couple of days. I think there's gonna be a lot more coming. So tune in, strap on, strap in, whatever you want to do. Chase like that one. Take a listen, see what you like. Let us know what you think. And if you have any additions, any more segments you want to hear on the pod, just send them our way. I think you guys are really gonna like the fish and chip review. That was my favorite part. I think we even talked some fights and stuff too. Who knows? Yeah. Other than that, you guys have a great week, and I will see you guys on the next one.
I don't know why I choose to sit with my back up against this fucking thing of food either. That was not smart. Okay. I did already start recording it just for shits. I don't know why. But
that's a lot of editing, bro.
Hey, you know what? That's showbiz, baby. I'm going to give myself a little bit fucking more in the cans. How's that? Yeah, I like that. A little bit more too. Yeah. Now I can hear myself.
What about me?
I can hear you pretty good.
What's my volume at?
You're doing pretty good.
It's because I'm pretty good at talking into a mic.
You're a voice modulation machine. Okay, well, I think we save that for now. Like, if we talk about fights, we talk about fights. But for sure, next time we will look up a few fights and make sure we have enough to talk about. Because I feel like I'd have to do a little research. Just tough, eh? Tough to figure out.
I'll get it. I'll get there. Start. By the time you.
One sec. I'm going to grab another drink because my throat is raw. Fucking Chef Ramsay.
If your throat's raw, drink a claw. It'll get you nice and primed. It'll get you nice and primed for a happy dad. It'll show you what a real seltzer tastes like, and then you'll taste some electrolyte junk.
You know what? You're a real McAsshole. Oh, that's straight arm strength.
Why would you need to move that, though?
Because I need to do this, dude.
Are you doing okay? Okay, here's Remy. Remy, go get your hedgehog. Hedgehog. Why you fuck? Oh, you moved his food.
Oh.
The fatal error.
Fatal error.
And now Remy wants his food. So, here's the thing. I'm going to feed him. Oh, no. He's going back to his hedgehog.
He's going to do his hedgehog.
Hedgehog. He just thought. Remember? You thought.
Okay.
I'm going to be doing that a lot because I almost just puked.
Yeah, my throat is fucking zongoed.
It's okay.
All right. Welcome everybody to episode 120 of the Von Dubcast, Road Trip Edition, number 2. We're in, where are we?
I don't even know.
I have no idea what this place is called.
We're just outside of Dunes City.
Yeah.
But I actually don't know where this campground is. It's just kind of along the road along the 101 on the west coast of Oregon. I don't think we're really in a town.
Yeah.
We're just on a campground off the highway.
How unreal is the 101?
The 101 is number one.
It is.
I think it's the best highway I've driven. And I just came from Hawaii. I was in Hawaii end of November, beginning December, and we did the road to Hana. And I would say like road to Hana was cool, like unique in the driving. It was that backside of it was incredibly sketchy driving. Like you're bumping.
Not your first sketchy backside, hey?
No. I have a pretty sketchy backside. If anyone wants to check it out, you're more than welcome.
Yeah.
No, but that backside of road to Hana is is very touch and go. Like your 10K.
Could you say it's rank?
It's pretty rank.
Pretty rank.
But like this one, as far as some of the views you get and like the amount of cool towns you're going through and like all these
shit you see.
Yeah, little port towns, and it was it's been awesome.
Good food.
And Oregon is wild. I'm a big seafood guy, so I'm trying to hit up all these seafood chowder places and fish and chips and getting it right out the ocean. It's the best chowder.
And I'm the anti-seafood guy.
Yeah, you got some baby back ribs.
Fuck yeah.
At least seafood.
Had some onion rings.
I got it. He tried some calamari today.
You did.
I burst your calamari cherry today.
Yeah, I shot myself in the
foot. What was your real true thoughts on calamari? Not as bad as you thought, was it?
No, not as bad as I thought. Definitely didn't taste that fishy. Tasted good. It was just, again, kind of like what I explained to you with crab and lobster. I can have like 1 or 2 bites and it's okay, but then just the smell of it makes me start to feel sick for some reason.
Yeah. That's too bad. You're missing out.
I know.
You're missing out.
You know this, but I hate that I don't like fish. I want to get hypnotized because I think it's all in my head from childhood trauma. And I think I need to just let it go and I'll fucking love fish. So if there's any hypnotists listening, I'd love
specifically a seafood hypnotist.
A fishnetist?
A fishnetist. Fishnetist.
Whoa. Fishnets. But I think we're kind of getting a little bit of cart in front of the horse here. We should probably back up to maybe day 1 of the trip because people, last time they would have heard it was the Friday and we left on the Sunday. So they would have got us 2 days prior to launch, right before UFC 270, which was fucking wild. I mean, we talked about the fights we're going to on 271, but almost just to talk about that 270 card. Did you watch it at home? Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the main card. First 2 fights weren't that memorable.
They were pretty good.
I don't know the guys though. That's why it's not memorable to me.
Nurmagomedov's cousin?
Oh yeah, that's right. He choked the guy out in 17 seconds.
Cody Stamen, who's like a legit bad.
Yeah, that was a good fight. It's a good little scrap.
So you want a little story on that fight?
Wasn't that the third though?
That might have been.
Yeah. The first 2 fights, I don't remember.
Okay, so we're watching the fights at Ingo's place, and he wants to watch them on the stick, and I'm like, and you know me, I'm like, dude, it's gonna spin, we're gonna miss something. I wait all months for these fights. Yeah. He's like, dude, it's gonna be fine. Like if it spins, I'll pay for it. And I'm like, all right, fine. So starts to spin a couple times.
But what good does the $65 do you if you miss the fights?
This is what I'm saying, because I said, like, I do not want it to spin for the main event or the co-main. Like, I can't miss any of that fight. There's no way. So it starts spinning on, like, a couple of the fights, and Ingo just kind of, oh, no, it's just good. It'll catch back up. Starts spinning real bad before the Nurmagomedov fight. it's like gets real behind. It kind of catches itself up, and then it jumps to catch up to live, and we missed the whole fight. Bell to bell, missed the entire fight because it was over in under a minute.
Oh,
like I think it was like a 47-second. Just stomping.
I can imagine.
There's
probably steam coming out of every orifice on your body.
But it's my dad. I can't be mad. I'm not allowed. That's not. You don't get mad at Ingo. That's just not a thing. So I just sit there.
Maybe you're 20. What? 28. You 28. I think you should bust your getting mad at Ingo cherry. Give him shit one day. Like Ingo, this stick fucking sucks, man.
No. Oh, so that was a bit of a dagger. But in fairness, right after that happened, he's like, "Okay, I'll buy it," and he bought it, and we watched the rest of the fight. No problemo.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was a bit of a dagger. But like, even though it's whatever, $65-$70 for the fights, even if you just take the co-main and the main event, so worth the money. Like, not only like good fights, like action if you don't know all the storylines, but like the storylines leading up to that, it was like Cinderella. Like seeing Moreno, did you hear the pop he got?
The pop?
Like the crowd when he came out, it was like loud.
Oh, for sure.
It was like a Conor McGregor.
Anaheim is like a couple hour tunnel walk under the border to come watch him fight.
And he's from Tijuana, which is right over the border.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Right. Yeah, California border, right?
Yeah.
Which is nuts. So like first Mexican-born champion, right? Everybody thinks he's a superstar. Like he's had those two crazy first fights with Figgy that really put him on the map. But like that was next level to see. And then the fight that they put on was just El Clasico. Like
you think there's got to be 4, right? Because now it's a draw. Moreno wins by a choke, but it was still a good fight. Like he wasn't a Nurmagomedov.
No,
like choke him
definitely
out
was not
handedly. It was a good fight. And he just, I think he caught him with something
for sure.
Figgy was a bit tired at the end of the round, and
bad weight cut.
And then you have that fight,
which was like as close as it gets. I think Figgy did win.
Yeah,
but
so now it's
by a
one,
razor.
it's 1-1 draw, and I think not one of those fights has been boring.
No, they've been like unbelievable.
So I don't see why you don't do 4.
The only thing is just
like who's up next? Who would get?
It's gonna be the winner of Kai Car France, the guy from Izzy's team.
Oh, he's sick.
Yeah, he is sick, right? Versus Askar Askarov, who's one of my absolute favorite. I've loved him for years. He's deaf, can't hear his corners in the fights, just goes out there. And
he's the one with real thick legs, right? Like bottom of his legs are just little tree trunks.
But he's a 125er, so like, I think so. But
yeah, he's good.
He's super good. Just wrestle fucks dudes like they have no chance. It's unbelievable.
What do you think? So theoretically Moreno would fight the loser.
Yeah, if they gave the winner of that the title, either, or they just put Moreno on ice, try and book that fight soon, and then make the next hope Figueiredo wins that, and then line them up again, or tell him to fight. So the loser.
Make Figgy win one, but not Moreno win one.
Figgy didn't have to win one. Well, he just get another title defense,
yeah.
But he makes the money. He's got the belt. That's the big deal. You make so much more money when you have the belt. Because you get pay-per-view points.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So, yeah. And there's also a couple other guys. There's a couple other 125ers that have a decent shot. And there's I think an undefeated guy, Manal Kopp, that's coming up that everyone's really excited about. So they're just worried about backing up the division too much. But Moreno was saying in interviews, he doesn't even want to wait till the summer. He's like, I would do it right now in May. So maybe they'll just jump right into that fight right away. And then the Kai Car France... not Pantoja. He's the other guy.
Askarov.
Askarov. It won't be that far out from their fight, so it might still kind of line up in that window. Because that's what I was saying. I like when they put a title fight for the middleweight, like the 271 we're going to, and they put one of the biggest contender fights on it, right? Brunson, Cannonier.
And that was originally the co-main until they booked Lewis, right?
Yes.
It was going to be back to back.
Originally, it was supposed to be on the card this weekend. It was supposed to be on 270, but something happened, so now it's on that one.
Lucky us.
Lucky us, exactly. That card is unreal.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun time.
It sure is. Yeah. So watch those crazy fights. Yeah, just the war that Figgy and Moreno put on, and then you go for the heavyweight championship of the world. And Twitter had been all ablaze during the day, all leading up to it. Ngannou's got a knee injury. Sure enough, he walks out with 2 knee sleeves on, and even the broadcast says there's been rumors that he's got a knee injury. And
do you think he walked out with 2 to try and
100%?
Say you don't know which one?
That's exactly it. Yeah.
That's fucking
so
head games.
The head games. So then this is the thing. So and they asked Francis about it after, like, he was on Ariel's podcast and talked about that's exactly why I wore the 2. But then Fernan Lopez, Francis' old coach, Cyril's coach, was on the show too, and Ariel asked him about like the knee injury and like did you, and he said, I thought it was all bait. I thought like just because it just got released just before and he came out wearing 2, he's like, I told Cyril like right before the fight, don't fall for it. Don't throw those. We're trying to bait you into throwing low leg kicks, and he's going to overhand right, knock you out. That's what it's trying. Don't fall for the bait. That's what he says. Francis said he knows for a fact that somebody in his team had told him 3 weeks, like when he heard it 3 weeks out, because he said at the UFC PI where you work out, it's all glass, and a bunch of people can see you getting like taped up and looked at. So he said like he's pretty confident. But again, like just the storylines go so deep with that and just everything. So that's the thing. So setting up that fight, there's all this, you know, ex-coaches. They both come from Paris. There's this bad blood between them. You know, it's Francis's last fight on his contract. They've been icing him out and he wants to go test free agency, but he's got to go out on a win. Like, just so much pressure. Blows out his ACL and his MCL or something 3 weeks out from the fight. Gets told by all the doctors, don't fight. Team, his coaches, don't fight.
Yeah.
He goes, you know what? I'm going to do it. Goes out there, compromised, can't move. You see right away he can barely move, right? He's kind of getting danced around by Cyril, but now he can't do those crazy explosive run-in, just swinging like he did at Rosenstrike and a couple other guys. So I'm thinking... Overeem, same thing, right? Like but he can't do that. You can tell he's really tender on that knee. And he's down 2 rounds to nothing from this, and you just see him catch that kick and toss him on his head. Or no, it was the first one that Cyril took him down, and he reversed position, I think, did a nice jiu-jitsu sweep, got on top, because he went for a heel hook anyway. And then, this is my favorite part, Eric.
No, the heel hook reverse was after the takedown. The takedown was the first time the fight was on the ground.
Yeah.
And you're like, whoa. That was...
And it was unbelievable, because just how strong Francis is to throw that wrestling around, and like where he trains with Eric Nixick, they're a huge wrestling gym. Like, he's been training this stuff tons, and he looks good, right? Like, there's a bunch of people chirping like, oh, his jiu-jitsu wasn't that good, but like, for the positions he's good at and where he can use his strength, it was awesome. Like, at one point in the fight, I think it was maybe like 4th or 5th round, Francis has him up against the cage, and they're just kind of doing that cage fighting, and Cyril does exactly what you have to do, right? Pummel your arm under and try and get an underhook, right? Because that's kind of how you reach back up, reverse the position, you get underhooks, and you can switch him around. And Francis is just so strong. As he pumps the underhook, he just pins his arm to his side. Like, so Cyril's doing the right thing. He just gets out-muscled. And then from there, he's got his arm pin. He just picks him up, dumps him again. And it was like, and that's what I told Ingo. I was like, look at that. Cyril just did the perfect thing, like the perfect anti-wrestle to defend that move and just get slammed on his head. Like, how demoralizing in that. And then you see him go back to his corner after that. Yeah. And like, and then just to hear like even Francis's striking coach, Dewey Cooper's like, take his bitch ass down. I was like, no way, this is awesome, right? Just fully into the wrestling and pulls it out. Like, all that pressure on him, blown out knee, the world against him, the UFC against him. No, get this. The morning of the fight, his team gets an email from the UFC saying, we're suing you for talking to Jake Paul's promoter. Yeah. So he also is finding out he's getting sued.
Yeah, and he doesn't even really know the guy.
He doesn't even know the guy. Yeah,
they're just probably his manager or something.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, yeah.
And then Dana doesn't put the belt on him, doesn't show up to the post-fight press conference, which he's only ever done one other time, and it was when Stipe did that bullshit and didn't let him put the belt on him, and then he didn't show up. Just garbage. But amazing for Francis, like just what a superstar, and the way he talked all week, like leading up, just a champion. English is like his third language too. Like,
I think like with what you said with Cyril, how he lost and how like disheartening it is. That's I think getting you. It doesn't hurt you as much as getting knocked out or beat up like Holloway beat some guys up, like just beat up on your feet for 5 rounds. That is a way worse way to lose than getting beat up, because it's just like so mentally sad. Well, like that's how Khabib used to beat guys. And you could just see it. Their life would just leave their face slowly, and they just can't get up.
And you remember Francis when he fought Stipe the first time, and that exact thing happened to him. And that's what he said. He said when I looked after the second round or the third round at him, I saw myself in the Stipe fight. I saw the look in his eyes, and I thought, I've been there before. I'm going to break this dude, right? Like,
and even if you're getting beat up on your feet, you still have that. You can still have hope, because you're on your feet and you're like, okay, well, maybe I can just knock this guy out.
Yeah.
But when you're on your back like that, you're like, I can't do anything. I'm fucked.
But not only that, in the first 2 rounds, he hit him with like a flush head kick. Like, flush on the jaw with an overhand right. Like, he hit him with the kitchen sink, and Francis didn't even blink.
Yeah.
So you've just given this guy everything you can the first 2 rounds. You can't touch him. right? Like he's going to be there all night. You know that. And now he gets a hold of you and you feel how strong he is and he just treats you like a child when you're this ginormous hunk of man. Like in training, I'm sure they bring in big dudes and he's felt it before, but his whole life, he's barely ever felt that.
Yeah.
Like that kind of feeling.
Well, his whole life, hasn't he only fought in MMA?
For like 3.5 years, yeah.
Yeah.
And like Francis is the same. He's only fought for like 5 years or something, I think. But still, yeah. And that's the thing. Cyril's got a really good mindset, really good team. He's going to be back, right? Like how demoralizing it was in the moment. I think he's going to come back. Unbelievable, right? Yeah. Fernand Lopez is like, I got some Dagestani guys coming in for next week in the camp and stuff. Yeah. So,
did you see some of those pictures or memes online of Francis Ngannou with like the
Dagestani
beard? It looked hilarious. Those are good ones.
Francis Nurmagomedov.
Yeah,
yeah. Those are some. The meme game in MMA is next to none. Like sometimes you have to be a hardo like me to get some of the memes, but like it is a great community for that type of stuff. Anywho, so then. Yeah, crazy fights. I was having trouble sleeping because I was just so excited and thinking about all the implications and where these fights can go and like what France is going to do. Anyway, wake up in the morning, get driven over to the Villeneuve airport. I hop on a little private plane to get me over the border. Not a big deal. Yeah, a little bit nervous, not going to lie. Like I just hope this works. We have this whole trip planned. Like, you know, they said they do this all the time. It's not a big deal, but you just you're still a little bit worried. And you picked up the RV, what, 8:30, 9?
Yeah, I was at Ingo's 9 o'clock. He was standing in the office window waiting for me.
I'm sure he was.
On there, hands on his hips, watching me pull up. So he came off and sent me off with a hug and said bye. And I was on the road, and I made a good pull that day.
Yeah,
I made some pretty good time. Easy peasy at the border. I was like you. I was a little bit nervous, like. Not so much because I'm vaccinated. I'm all good.
Just all that meth you had.
Yeah, it was the crack and So I get to the border and it was like piece of cake. I was more worried about the dog. Actually, I had to get this letter written from the vet because he hasn't been rabies vaxxed within the last it's been 30 days.
Be over 30 days with it.
Yeah, from his last rabies, and he just got it that week. So I had like all these letters and stuff ready, and I like asked the border agent if he wanted to see my vax. He kind of like chuckled and laughed at me like, no. And then I said, so
I probably could have driven with you over the border and been fine.
Easily. And I said kind of like, anything for the dog? No, dog's good. Like, where you guys headed? Have a good trip. And then he kind of like reaches in at the end and pulls out a dog treat and gives it to the dog. And maybe all of a minute and a half at the border. So that was smooth sailing, and then met up with you in Great Falls Applebee's.
Yeah, so same thing when we land, you know, customs guy comes out to the plane, you show him your passport, brings you into this room, he takes a picture of both of you, and then why are you here? And I said, freedom. And he just kind of giggled, and he's like, he's like, all right, I understand you're going to California. I said, then Texas, Colorado, kind of back up, and you just carry on. You didn't ask, couldn't have been in there for more than a minute and a half, right? All those worries about the stuff, didn't ask one question, and just the look in his eye and the kind of giggle he gave when I just said freedom, and he's like, I get it. You know, it just kind of gave me the little nod.
I think part of those guys' job is like being able to recognize when someone is like bullshitting or up to something, or they can read those very small
for sure
tells
100%.
And I think when you're going across the border with nothing to hide, they can tell. And they're like, oh, this guy's just whatever. He's not a threat to anybody.
And I think
have a good time.
Like talking to the pilot and stuff, just how many Canadians are doing exactly what I did.
Yeah.
I think they just see it 30 times a day, and they're just like, here's another one, right? And they're just like, it's America, man. They love freedom. So I just got them to. They're super nice people at the airport. They called me a cab, brought me over to the mall. I got this awesome Wi-Fi hotspot flashed up from Verizon. And I say that a little sarcastically. We'll probably get into more of the troubles with this thing anyway. But at the time, it was the shit. You know, rechargeable. It
was a great idea.
Great idea.
You know, on paper,
on paper, great plan.
Looked good.
So then I was back flashed up, and I had service to text you, and this is when you're kind of, I think you're maybe Calgary, Red Deer around this time, because I was a little ahead of you. So then I looked up Chili's and Applebee's, try to find something with Wi-Fi that's somewhat close, and then walked to Applebee's, which was a terrible decision. I was walking with like track pants, a pea coat, my backpack, and then like my podcast gear in a duffel bag over my shoulder. And I must have looked so homeless. This homeless dude tried to give me a drink of his pop. And I was like, dude, I'm all right. But I think he just
pop.
Yeah. Well, you know, whatever it was. I don't judge. Made a little whiskey in there.
Yeah.
I got to Applebee's, just watched the football game, edited some podcast stuff, and just enjoyed being in a restaurant for like the first time, just like people watching the whole time. And
how much of those football games did you watch? I'm kind of bummed after hearing all the aftermath of those football games that I missed them all driving that day.
Yeah, I was
it's kind of nuts.
The Bucks game, I was a little bit down just because I really wanted to see Tom win, and they're kind of dragging ass the whole game. It was kind of disappointing. So I was, more watching my stuff, just looking up, keeping track of it. And then kind of when it got into Brady time, then I started watching. Then I was getting real fired up, and there's a guy at a couple tables behind me, and we were like the only two guys that were really into it in the bar. He was a 49ers fan. I could see his hat. And just like watch him get that touchdown. Just me and him were just selling, like all this, they're doing it. And then to see them come back, stomp back down the field, kick that field goal was kind of kicking the knackers. But, whatever. It's not like...
That's the way the news goes.
That's the way the road bubbles. That's the way the road. And then
I love to see that for Matt Stafford though. I think Stafford is a good story. I kind of hope they.
I've been told I look like him. This American dude on my Kentucky tour was like freaking out about it.
Yeah.
Shout out to fucking Buddy from Chicago. He's a lawyer.
I've been told I look like Brad Pitt too.
You do. Same nose.
Yeah.
Same nose for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very Pitt like.
Same nose, same abs,
same acting ability,
same chiseled jaw line.
Grizzled vet, hey?
Yeah.
Grizzled and chiseled in all the right ways. So then, I just chilled at Applebee's. And then the second game, you showed up. So, like, we were kind of just, we hopped in. We ordered you a little quick appy and a beer at Applebee's.
The saltiest deep fried cheese you could ever imagine in your life.
I mean, just start with deep fried cheese. That's all psycho. Let people digest that first and then tell them it's too salty.
Imagine saying some deep fried cheese is not very good.
Yeah. It was good. It was just salty.
It takes a lot to ruin deep fried cheese, man.
True.
And that was like, I was parched after that. Was saltier than shit.
Made us drink our beers fast.
Yeah.
And then we ran out of there.
Made you drink your lime, mango, strawberry daiquiri fast.
No, I had a beer by that time. I'd finished that. That didn't last long. I had that for like 30 seconds. I sucked her down.
Oh, yeah.
So then we ripped out of there. Where did we go after that?
We found that little RV park.
Right. No, first we went to the dispensary because it closed in like 6 minutes. We're like, okay, we'll get a little bit there. That was quite the experience.
Strange. Great Falls is kind of a weird little city.
Weird little town, yeah. We had to go to like the outskirts of town.
Yeah, it felt like we were leaving the city.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were in an area with like no streetlights anymore, nothing. Mm-hmm. And you pull up to what looks like a little like industrial like welding shop almost, but it has a dispensary sign on it.
It was pretty cool though. Lots of cool things you don't see in Canada in there. Quick kind of in and out. It was packed with just the weirdest type of people. you know what I mean? And I was just quick in and out. Got to the RV park. Got all settled in.
Had to find that night manager.
Yeah, walked the whole way around that stupid RV camp trying to figure out which way the numbers go up and down. And that was a little bit of a shit show.
That was kind of a little rubby RV park too. There's
little
lots
bit,
of kind of run down campers, and people you could tell spend a lot of time there.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. But for what we needed, beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, so settled in, cracked some beers, had a little joint, and then went to, what did we do? Oh, we played Yahtzee. I'd never played Yahtzee before. Chase showed me how to play Yahtzee. Gave him just an absolute pounding at Yahtzee.
I still haven't got a Yahtzee in 4 days. We've played every night.
Yeah.
At least like a best of 3.
Yeah.
And I still have yet to get a Yahtzee.
Yeah, that's pretty sad.
I haven't had a run like this in my Yahtzee career. It's sad.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I don't know if I'm on the downhill part of my career what's going on.
I think you've just never been pushed like this with someone just with a brain like mine that can just break down the game of Yahtzee and throw that kind of competition at you.
I've never faced adversity like this in my dice life.
You know what? Like, not to throw shade at, Grandpa or whoever you used to play fucking Yahtzee with, but this is the big leagues. I know I've only been playing for 4 days, but I think I could go pro.
I just don't know if the dice are regulation size or what.
Maybe.
Like the rolling,
maybe not.
The rolling surface is different. I like the last time I did play Yahtzee, I was on a glass surface, and this is what, like some plastic.
I have no idea what this is.
It's not a great rolling surface, but we'll find a Yahtzee.
I hope it's strong because this is going to be Fraser's bed when he hops in.
We'll find a Yahtzee.
Yeah.
Hope it's strong and waterproof.
Yes. So we played Yahtzee, then we played Crib, and you absolutely just pissed and fisted me at Crib. That was bad.
Yeah.
Then what did we do? Played
Crib. I'm pretty elite.
Yeah, you're elite at Crib. Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah. I'll give you that. And then what was the third game? Oh, Crazy Eights.
Yeah.
And that was another just pounding by me. So it was not the most competitive night of games.
The Crazy Eights have gotten better. That first night of Crazy Eights,
we were just figuring out the rules. It was touch and go. I think that's an excuse though, because you sucked.
Yeah, I did suck. I got one hand. I got caught with 2 8s in my hand. The game's over.
Yeah. So we had to do a little bit of rule adjustment, but really, Rem dogs.
Yeah, Remy's done with his hedgehog.
Yeah. Oh, he's just coming up for a cuddle. How cute. So then, went to bed that night after a few beers and woke up decently early the next day, and it is snowing. Like
when we looked at the forecast the night before, we were kind of gonna stay in Great Falls maybe until noon.
We were gonna do a big walk in the morning.
Yeah,
with
do
Remy.
a walk, maybe catch a grocery store, like try and stock up a bit. But we look at the weather report and it's like 5 to 8 centimeters starting at like 9 a.m. So we're like, okay, let's. We had a pretty good west stretch through mountains, so he said, let's get up, get going early.
Yeah,
and we were up for about a half hour, and then like the snow came.
Yeah,
and didn't let up.
And it was coming down, like, but just big thick ones, like kind of on the ground a little bit. And we thought we got to take Rem for a little walk. We got to get him to pee and poop. So spent a little bit of a walk there, got him going, watched Chase gag his face off trying to pick up his poop. That was a great entertainment for me. Really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Then we got on the road, really.
Yeah.
And you drove for the first, I don't know,
couple hours
at least. I think it was a good pull.
I had the long pull before, so you kind of pulled most of the load in the shitty weather there.
Oh yeah, but yeah, it got shittier. Yeah. So like as we got more into the mountains, the snow got a little bit ranker, and we were. Well, no, okay, it was snowing in Great Falls, but then we kind of got going, and it wasn't really snowing that bad. We were kind of when we're seeing all like kind of before the mountains, but like that was a wicked drive though.
Yeah,
because
Montana was.
It was like,
it was neat.
It was neat. Like all the little towns you go through, and like you just pass a house that has like 600 cars out front.
Almost like ghost towns, almost.
Ghost towns. Really weird. Yeah. But we enjoyed it. It was really beautiful. We loved it. And then we got closer to the mountains. Weather got pretty rank then, but it was beautiful through the mountains. Like awesome driving. I kind of hopped in for most of that. We stopped at this awesome truck stop that had like, is bigger than our freaking Walmarts in Canada.
Yeah,
it felt
was
like
crazy.
Just tons of aisles. You can pretty much get anything you want. So kind of stocked.
Nick comes out looking like a kid on Christmas. I was like, what's going on? There are so many Diet Pops in there. He had a bag full of Diet Mountain Dew. He got some Diet A&W root beer.
Wow, you get kind of bored of Diet Pepsi or Diet Coke pretty much. You can in Canada you can maybe mix in a Diet Dr. Pepper, right? Like I guess maybe a Diet Sprite if you're adventurous, you can find them. But yeah, no, I really am enjoying that part. Thanks for shouting that out. I really needed the audience to know.
And then we get to Coeur d'Alene.
Oh yeah, so rip through these mountains and it's pretty rank. Chase actually had a nap through I think the rankest part of it, like at the very end of the mountains. And then
I get tired when I'm scared.
Just had to have a little nap, sleep off the fear. We come through and we're getting closer to the Idaho border and Coeur d'Alene. And I'd heard on a podcast this guy, Mike Baker, talk about Coeur d'Alene. Him and Rogan, they're talking about just the most beautiful place on earth. And he's, kicking Joe on the table saying like, shut up, don't tell people about this place. And I had no idea where it was, what it was all about. I just heard it's beautiful. And we see it on the map and we're going right through there. So we're getting closer. And now once we get out of the thickest part of the mountains, it's still pretty mountainy.
Weather was really nice. Weather turned nice by the time I got to Coeur d'Alene, cleared up.
Yeah. So and we thought, well, we've heard. Oh no, we started getting close to the town, and you see this lake and these massive houses, like just the beautiful, like in the middle of the mountains, but somehow like a lake in the mountains, and it is just like some of the most picturesque scenes we've ever seen, and some of the nicest shacks ever. And we're like, you know what? I think we got to stop and find dinner in this place, or at least take Remy for a walk, or at least go down.
Get him down
to
the lake,
town. And so we drive right through downtown. It's beautiful, like just seeing restaurant after restaurant, art galleries.
It's kind of like the best way you could describe it is it's kind of like Banff on steroids.
Yeah, very much.
Like it's Banff on steroids. It's almost like I've never been, but it almost like reminds me like what Switzerland would be like. It's very
it is very European,
very cool.
For sure. City. It's like Banff, but without all the provincial park restrictions on it for like commerce. So like it's a little bit more nuts.
I was exactly.
That's what you meant, right?
Yeah. For sure. I was really thinking about the commerce restrictions.
Well, in Banff and Jasper, you can't just move in there and like start a pizza shop. You have to live there or have like a reason for being there, type of thing, right? They really restrict it because it's a park. Whereas here, it's like still the nice like picturesque stuff, but like so much more shit. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, so I had a wicked dinner. We couldn't choose between two places, Honey and this German place. We rock, paper, scissors for it. I lost. So we went to Honey, waited
They didn't want us there. I
They
think
didn't
we
want
looked
us
too
to
grubby.
eat. Yeah, we did.
We
look
weren't.
kinda
We weren't.
grubby.
We didn't look
That's
rich
fair.
enough.
Yeah. So
This girl
nobody
kind of
helped
stood
us.
behind the bar and stared at us standing at "Please wait to be seated" for probably 5 minutes.
At least.
And then I
was
said,
gonna say
"Okay,
10.
ditch.
Yeah.
We're going back to the German place."
Which was the best decision
Yeah,
of the
good.
night.
Good decision. Is destiny.
So walk back
That
to this
place was
German
awesome.
place. Had Chase got his first schnitzel, sis first plate of wurst, his
Spätzle.
Spätzle, my favorite food in the
Spätzle.
world. My grandma used to make it. Oh, unbelievable.
This was kind of like a macro. You said it's not normal spatula. It was like a special.
This was Käse Spätzle, so cheese Spätzle. It was Spätzle with like that Bavarian cheese sauce on it, which was unreal too. But I just wanted you to enjoy it because they're just so good on their own, even with just butter or like that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I
that
could see
mushroom
that.
gravy that came on the schnitzel, that stuff with Spätzle. Oh,
Yeah,
get at
I think
me.
anything on that would be good.
It's unreal.
It's kind of like
It's
pasta.
unreal.
It's like a German pasta.
It is. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
In fact, that is exactly what it is. I had a wicked meal. It was delish. Then we hopped back in, gave the Rem dog a little walk. No, we walked him before.
Yeah.
Just kind of let him out. He had a quick pee on the snowbank there, and then we hopped back in and started making miles. Think I drove for a bit. Yeah, I drove for the first bit when we were just trying to get as close to Portland as we could for the
Went
night.
through Spokane.
Yeah. And then, Spokane. And then I think we switched maybe in Spokane. Maybe you hopped in and drove. Because like at this point, it's so...
It's dark.
It's dark, but it's so populous that we're like, there's Walmarts every, 30 miles that we can stop at and sleep at.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So we're just like, we'll see how far we can get to. And we got to a place called Kennewick?
Kennewick. It's Tri-City.
Tri-City, yeah.
Yeah. We thought it was Kennewick, but I guess there's like Kennewick, Pasco, and some other city, and it's Tri-City.
Right. Yeah.
Hop into Walmart.
Hop in the Walmart, grabbed a couple necessities. We wanted a phone holder for our phones during like the GPS of the road, so we're not distracted driving. I wanted another pillow, wanted a couple other things. So we kind of as we're leaving, we lock Remy into the RV. We go to walk in. We pass this real sketchy dude who's just making weird eye contact, walking right over to like the motorhome for me. So
Kind of like hands in his sweater pocket, just
sketchy.
bit of a sketch ball.
Me and Chase didn't even have to say anything to each other. We just like both kind of started slowing our walk, and like one of us would look back, the other one would look back. We had to like sit and make sure he like went past the RV because he was just Sketchball City, which was just like the precursor to.
He was
the
probably
rest of the
buddies
night.
with the gas jockey at USA Gas.
Yeah,
so.
that was tough too. That was tough too. But I think that guy had some things going on. That guy, I'll give him a pass. So we rip in, and then we're like, oh yeah, just stay in this Walmart parking lot, not thinking people are bringing their freaking cars down there with no mufflers and like doing laps around the parking lot.
It's a good idea in theory, and like I wouldn't say we were in a bad part of town.
No,
or anything in
and it
this
was
Walmart.
well lit. It was,
But like I wouldn't recommend it. I just kind of honestly had like this a little bit of an uneasy feeling the whole time. Like that car that kind of circled the block
was weird,
like 2 or 3 times. He was just circling the parking lot, and then he left, and then it was just I just had a weird feeling that whole night.
Oh really?
A little
slept
bit,
like a baby.
A little bit. I slept good.
Okay.
But like when I wasn't sleeping, I just had that like a light would pass, and I'd like kind of
I don't know. I mean,
weird.
what gives me solace?
Like, I know nothing's gonna happen. It was just like it's not like what I feel right now in this nice campsite. Like
True.
It's
true.
I'll
give you that.
This is weird.
All I know is that in that drawer on the back of the RV, I have my jiu-jitsu gi. So if anyone wants to try something, let's go. That just gives me the solace.
Yeah.
Chase really wants me to wear it to the UFC.
I think you should. Why not?
Yeah. I think you think a lot of things. That's all I'm going to say about that. So we survived the overnight in Walmart. We got up in the morning, went to the pet store, got a couple things, got some bitter spray, which turned into a bit of a nightmare later on.
Of a nightmare.
Bitter. Yeah, just a bitter. Went to the Verizon store and tried to sort out this fucking Wi-Fi hotspot.
I think it's working fine on my phone right now.
Yeah, it when it works, it works. It just doesn't charge.
What's the battery at?
0. Like it just as soon as I unplug it, it dies. It won't hold a charge. That's it. So it only works plugged in now.
Shitty. It sucks.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So we get on the road, and then where did we head to then?
We woke up in the morning, Kennewick, to Cannon Beach.
Right.
Through
Portland. That's where we went next.
Yes.
So I was driving then. We do the pull. We get to we're going through Portland, and I think I said, like, I've heard Portland's like
this is a cool city.
really cool city. Yeah, we want to stop here. Let's just. So I think I told you I was driving, so I told you just look up like top 10 things to do.
And Portland, I guess, is really famous for like their kind of food truck. They call them food carts in Portland, but there's like lots of little areas where it's just like almost a restaurant, but it's 6 to 10 different food trucks that are set up there all the time.
Yeah, and there was also a really big park that we were going to go. We were thinking, we'll take Remy through this park. So whatever. And as we're getting closer, it's getting a little bit more congested. You know, Chase is now navigating because like I'm just concentrated on the roads because it is a pretty populous city and we're in a big motorhome kind of thing. And we're just, you know, getting our wheels under me.
Like outskirts of town starts to look really promising.
Yeah. This looks really cool because it's also beautiful, by the way. Yeah. Like this is beautiful country. And we're getting in, and just as we get closer and closer, we start to like notice just something off.
Like are we in a campsite?
Yeah, like there's just tents everywhere.
And garbage.
Garbage everywhere.
And graffiti on any flat surface in that city had graffiti on it. There were those like highway interstate exit signs 100 feet in the air, graffiti all over them.
It was amazing.
Read it. It's like apocalypse.
Yeah. So like we're just kind of, as we get further and further into the city, and like where we were going for the first stop was going to be the food carts because we were hungry. There's this one area, like this Knob Hill food cart thing. So we get to go through a good chunk of town over the bridge and all that stuff. But it is just getting wilder and wilder the further we go. Like just, you see, okay, now there's a giant tent city. Okay, now somebody's got some old car all retrofitted. Yeah. And like there's lots of these embankments where you see a bunch of these homeless people there.
Yeah, and it's just
the unhoused, I guess they call them.
Yes, those embankments that they're on.
Yeah.
There's 6 tents at the top. And from where the tent is to the bottom of that ditch or like down that hill is like a avalanche of garbage, and
it's refuse.
It's just heinous,
disgusting. But at the same time, it's one of the most beautiful. Other than that, it's one of the most beautiful cities. So like you just see this trash all over this beautiful, beautiful place in like the
it's
beautiful Oregon. Like it is wild. So we try and find somewhere to park this RV close. We finally find a spot. It's kind of sketchy. There's sketchy dudes all around. So we just kind of lock up Remy. We're real worried about him. We go to these food trucks, get some food, walk back. And we're like, do we really want to go find this park? Like, do we want to try and park this RV again?
Because you see how many homeless, unhoused gentlemen are set up with tents on the freeway.
Yeah.
Imagine what a large natural forested park is going to look like.
So we're just like, we don't really want to deal with that.
That's not something, I want to really walk through.
We'll just get on the road. We'll get to Cannon Beach a little bit sooner. It'll be nice, right? We're going to have a great time. We're going to be in Cannon Beach for 2 nights. It's on the coast. Rem Dog hasn't seen the ocean before. This is going to be awesome. So then Chase hops in to leave, and then I'm navigating Chase. And again, packed, just seeing more crazy shit. And we're just like kind of at the end of our rope of like, okay, what else could we see? And we're just like, oh, and look at this one coming up. And then we drive past
it's on this guy's tent. His garbage outside is on fire.
Yeah, so we go by this, like, now flaming homeless encampment right under an underpass, like, just kind of wild. And, like, we just saw the very start. Like, you can almost see it catching fire as we were driving.
It's a little,
up
like, it looks like about maybe a campfire size.
Yeah.
But this guy's garbage is on fire.
Yeah, it was just wild. So, like, we're just like, oh, my God, I'm so glad we decided to not stay here any longer. Let's just get out of here.
You know what? I thought, did you see a person with a tent, though? Like we saw
There's a tent right behind it, yeah.
No, I mean,
I don't know about a person.
Yeah, but as many tents as I saw on the freeway, I never saw like a person outside a tent.
Yeah, when we got
unless they're all just
parking,
inside,
we saw a lot
or it's during the day, so they're out doing.
Maybe those are just their summer tents.
They're 9 to 5.
Maybe they have a winter home somewhere.
Maybe they winter down in Phoenix?
Maybe California. Who knows? I hear Huntington Beach and Laguna, and that is the same thing, just tent city.
Really?
So apparently, I haven't been there. Maybe we'll find out. Who knows?
Yeah.
So then we get boogie, and then it's just beautiful country.
Oregon's a super cool state.
Yeah, we just spent all day driving through it, and it's just been like some of the best views I've ever seen. Like, it was anyway, we'll get to it. But so
even the road from like through Washington, like Tri-City to Portland, that rode the Columbia River there.
Oh,
that really huge Columbia River.
Yeah,
with those like kind of a mountain on one side, mountain on the other, and then a river, and the road followed the river for 3-4 hours.
Yeah.
You're just hugging the river. Mm-hmm. And the river was the border between Washington and Oregon.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a really cool drive as well, that whole drive.
Yeah, and then as we get closer to the coast, it starts getting really like mountainous, but like these beautiful, beautiful super duper green forests.
Yeah.
Like within
Fir
the mountains.
trees, yeah.
Yeah. So we're just kind of grinding through it. It's super turny, twisty, turny, elevation change. And then every once in a while you just pop up to a wild view of some like mountain pass and all these beautiful forests. And then finally get out to the beach, to Cannon Beach. We get to do we go to the RV park first or do we go to the beach first?
No, we went to the RV park because remember we parked the RV and then we're like, oh, well, we should go get some firewood and shit.
Right.
And check out the beach. We were going to walk, but then we went down to the grocery store.
Because we wanted to get wood and all that. So we get there, roll out to the beach. Rem Dog is fired up to see the ocean.
Yeah, that was awesome to see. He was just like, I hadn't seen him that happy yet. You could just tell.
Yeah,
he was
just
in another world, just running.
And Chase was loving it, seeing him being so happy. Took some good videos, got some good pictures. And this beach is beautiful. Like it's very different than any beach I'd seen. Like this is the big rock and
Haystack Rock it's called.
Yeah, that's like the one. But there's just these huge rocks just kind of, 30 to 100 feet off the beach, like just kind of out in the water. And just like you can see them, these giant rocks down like the coast as you look down. So I had a great run. It was sunset. It was beautiful. So just kind of had a real good run with Rem Dogs and then went and got groceries, got some hot dogs and stuff and some firewood.
Got the wettest wood.
Oh my goodness.
This side of Mississippi.
The Columbia?
Yeah.
I got some super wet wood and just, I hadn't even seen the wood yet. I just saw.
That's what he says. He can't start a fire.
No, I am great at starting fires. Great at starting fires. Don't even let that propaganda get out into the world. But I wasn't even thinking about it. I hadn't even seen the wood and I bought one of those fire logs. Because my dad always had them. I'm like, oh, these are sick, right? That'll, no matter how much this sucks.
He must not be good at starting fires either.
It must run in the family. Okay, you're right. You're right. You can light the next one.
I got it.
So we get this thing going with the fire log, and the fire log will light anything, right? So like the wood's burning. We got hot dogs and some smoky things. We make awesome dogs on the fire. It was all good. And then the fire gets really hard to keep going once the fire log goes out, and this wood is just wet. So we're just battling against it, and we go, let's go for a tub, right? Close at 8, and it's 7:30 by that time.
Yeah, no dice.
Turns out it closed at 7. Yeah, so we kind of missed out on that. So just went back, tried to get the fire back lit, and just kind of battled that for a couple hours, listened to some tunes, jammed. Oh, there's like a whole herd of elk.
Oh, yeah, stampede.
Yeah,
25 elk ripped through this RV park.
Yeah, like right beside us. I just heard this like cacophony of noise, just clip-clopping. At like 11, yeah, and there was music, and Chase was right beside the speaker, so he couldn't hear it. And I was like, what is this? What is this? And I finally see them all come like rushing by the campers, and then I like give Chase the nudge, and they're still coming. And then he looks up, sees them, and like they're still coming. Like just this huge herd. And it was pretty wild. Rem Dogs didn't notice at all, I don't even think.
No.
I think he was pretty clueless. Yeah, so I had a great night, and then we got up the next day. What did we do? Oh, I think we played more Yahtzee and all that night, too.
Oh, yeah.
A couple games, everything, except crib.
I gotta take a pee.
Okay, I'll put a pause. All right, where were we? I don't even remember.
Yeah, sorry, I had to take a quick
hey, it happens.
Potty and feed the doggy break.
It happens, and we found more drinks. We thought we were out.
Oh yeah, thought we were out. Back in the fridge. There's been a couple yard sales in the fridge, so no surprise. It's been they were at the back there.
Yeah, every time you go to open the fridge, just somehow a left turn pops out, and the whole fridge comes.
You have to open in the fridge. You have to make sure you're turning right.
Yep.
You open that on a left sway.
Mm-hmm. You're in for it.
It's game over.
It's an avalanche.
Learn that the hard way.
So, we got to Cannon Beach. Yeah, so we play some yachts, play some
the elk.
Yeah, play some games, and went to bed. We got up the next day. We took the dog for a nice walked into town, walked to the beach, and then I took off running, went for a run down the beach, and you played with Rem Dogs, and then came my way back after my run and met back up with you. Rem Dogs was just tuckered right out. You could tell he was just playing.
Yeah, we had a good little exercise there.
Yeah.
Ran him around a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Brought him back to the camper, gave him a little scrub down with a microfiber towel, had him nice and cleaned up, hopped in. Then we went...
Okay, no free ads here, but this messy mitt... if all the dog owners out there,
it is
this
legit.
Messy mitt is a game changer. Like, not gonna say it's a bath substitute, but it's a bath substitute.
I love me a messy mitt.
Like, and there's little hand pockets on the back that just make gripping the dog so easy.
You sound like a salesman.
I'm telling you, man. You go out to your nearest Petco. grab a messy mitt. It'll change your dog ownership life. And I've had him for 3 months, and it changed my dog ownership life. Wow. It's wild. Wow. It gets sand and dirt. You laugh at me, Nick, but I'm not laughing at all. I saw the look in your eyes and how clean he was.
Yeah, he is a pretty clean dog. And then we got back. We went for they have this beautiful hot tub and pool at this RV resort. So went for a nice swim. Only guys in there.
Beautiful is a bit of an overstatement. It was better than the RV park in Great Falls that didn't have a hot tub.
That is fair.
So it was a hot tub.
It was a hot tub and it was a pool. And there was no one there. And we got to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Did some nice cannonballs. Hurt my left nut. Trying to do a cannonball. Did a nut slap. Never done that before. That was a new way I found out
your
you can hurt
nuts
yourself.
must have dropped finally.
Why? There's a first time for everything, right? You think you're so funny. Yeah, had a good swim, and then we saw a real nice restaurant. Looked like when we were walking the dog down for that run walk.
Pelican Brewing Company.
Yeah, so we went, had a beautiful meal there. Chase had a great idea, absolute dynamite idea because he also had a statement that while he's on the coast, he's going to eat exclusively seafood.
Yeah.
And he's going to do fish and chip reviews.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So I had some onion rings and I don't even know what I had.
You had the tri-tip.
Oh, I had the tri-tip. It was really good.
So for starters, it's a Pelican Brewing, so they're a brewing company.
Right. You got the
I
flight.
get like the big sampler.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Yeah.
But like Oregon, Washington are big IPA states. So there was an IPA on there that was a double IPA.
Yeah.
9%. There's some very good beers though.
A couple stouts.
Yeah. One stout.
One stout. Yeah. Tsunami
stout.
Yeah. It was weird to see we're still seeing them. Just all the tsunami warning, like tsunami evacuation plans, like you're safe from tsunami level here kind of thing. Like you just see these signs everywhere on the coast, and like just growing up so far inland, you wouldn't even think of that, right?
Wonder how bad they are when they do happen. Like you never hear about a bad tsunami in Oregon. Like it can't be that destructive or anything. There's so many little towns right on the coast that you'd think they...
What I would guess is that yes, it is. It just happens very little. And probably there hasn't been one for like 150 years, but they still have records back to like the tsunami of 1867, and it was just devastating, right? So they're just like, well, never forget kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, not to bury the lead, but how are the fish and chips? Let's hear.
So there's four.
Tell me the criteria.
I think there's four main components to fish and chips.
4 main avenues.
One
vectors
is
if you will.
Always a slaw.
Oh, okay.
So you always fish and chips and a slaw.
All right.
That's your first component. Not the most important by any means, but that's the first I'm going to list.
It's there.
The slaw at the Pelican Brewing Company. I don't know. Didn't stand out. It wasn't great. It wasn't horrible.
Didn't bite your dick off.
It had pineapples in it.
Wow.
Which was I've never had a slaw with pineapples. That was a good little mix in there.
Mm-hmm.
Surprising. Second, the fries. Obviously, chips.
The chips.
Fish and chips.
Mm-hmm. And I believe you said these ones were top drawer?
They were top drawer.
Right.
At least an 8 out of 10 if you're going on a 10 scale.
Okay.
They're very good. They were shoestring, very thin, McDonald's-esque fries, but I would say crispier.
Yeah.
They just had...
Even crisp all around.
Yeah. Top notch. Yeah. Equal crisp. Every fry was the same as the last. Consistent, crisp, good. However, you get to component 3, breading. Breading on the fish.
Right.
Breading, also top drawer.
Top drawer.
Excellent seasoned breading, crispy all the way around the fish.
Even layering?
Oh, layering.
Or do you like an uneven where you just get a big old chunk of batter?
No.
You're
it has to be consistent thickness.
All right.
You don't want batter.
I'm just here to ask questions. You're the expert.
And then obviously the fourth component is the fish.
Right.
Which was, if the fries were top drawer, these were bottom.
Drawer.
This is bottom drawer fish.
You don't want that.
It was tough.
Oh.
Didn't have much flavor to it.
I think
I could see why the breading was crispy because the fish, it was cooked to shit. And disappointing. But
so taking the four vectors, what do you give it out of 10? Oh, Remdog's is about to pull everything off.
So we're on a
heads up. Remdog's about to pull everything off.
Oh jeez.
He's just hooked on phonics.
Oh jeez.
Hey,
Remdogs.
Oh jeez. He's like, what? Do I have to bite you?
Oh my god.
He just knows how to get tangled. He's got a skill for it. What is he
This
doing?
may be bad because now he wants to play.
Yeah, he wants to play.
He wants to play.
Oh my goodness.
You just
So-
got to muck in him.
Out of 10, what do you give him? All in all.
I think out of 40.
Out of
'Cause
40.
We're gonna
You
rate.
Sure.
We're gonna
Sure.
each.
100%,
That's
I get
where
it.
I was going with
I'm
this.
following.
Each component's gonna get a 10 out of 10.
I'm with you.
Fish, unfortunately, let's go 3 out of 10.
3 out of 10 on the
3 out of
fish.
10. Breading, 8 out of 10.
Whoa. Okay.
So we're at 11.
Yeah.
Fries. Here's where it gets interesting. Fries are also 8 out of 10.
Whoa. So we
So
got
that's
we got
up to-
3. We got an 8. We got a 3, an 8,
2 8s.
2 8s.
And the slaw,
Mm.
although it didn't
Points
stand
for
out in really
creativity?
anyway, I would say, yeah, points for creativity with the pineapple.
Mhm.
If you're a slaw fan, I think it's a
You'll
hit.
make shit.
A hit. So I'll give the slaw a 7.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So we have 15, 18, and 8. We have 26. 26
Mhm.
out of 40 for the Pelican
This
Brewing
pen
Company
is
fish.
fucking buggered. God. Sorry. It's been pissing me off this whole time. 26
Mhm.
out of 40,
Mhm.
which is not great.
No,
It's like a
it wasn't terrific. The beer flight was better than the fish and
it's
chips.
like a
I'd say.
C plus.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We're
C
going
plus.
C plus.
C plus.
And that was Pelican Brewing Company.
Mhm.
Tough look. Tough
Mhm.
look. The beers were good though.
Beers were very good.
And my tri-tip was good. Onion rings were good. Kind of crazy, $16 for them onion rings though.
Yeah, it was $2. We did the
$2
math. It was
$2 an
a
onion ring. Yeah.
$2 for an onion ring.
Yeah, if fucking Ingo saw that, oh my god,
Yeah.
that would be heinous.
Oh.
Someone would have lost an eye.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Not a good. Not
you
a good
think
look.
Boston pizza pricing?
Not a good look for Pelican Brewing
Yeah,
Co.
but hey, you know what?
anyways,
It made shit.
live and we learn.
Yeah, we walked back. Decided not to have another fire. I think. Oh, we forgot we had another fire and to cook the rest of the hot dogs that morning,
Yeah. Well,
that afternoon after the
Fun.
run,
anyways.
and maybe even a nap. Anyway, it was a great day. We loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, had a great dinner. Came back, played some more yachts. Kind of got things half decently ready to leave. So this was last night. Wow, this feels like we've been on this trip forever.
That
dude.
feels like a week
That is
ago.
rank. Yeah, so that opened the door for this morning. We got up. We had to do a bit of cleaning. It was kind of a mess in here. Got shit fucking figured, and got on the road. Did we miss anything? Did we do anything this morning?
No.
Just kind of got everything ready.
Yeah.
We had to be out of the RV park by 11. Yeah, just kind of got on the road. I think I drove this morning. We drove to, and then, so we're trying to look up where to go, just kind of GPS and where we're going, and everything tries to take us almost back out to Portland, hop on the whatever.
So there's an interstate, whatever, I-5 or whatever
Yeah.
the interstate is.
And it must be just because you can cruise on it, right?
Yeah, Google doesn't take into account the quality of drive. It
Exactly.
gets you there the quickest route.
So we just say, screw it, let's just hop on the 101 South. And let me tell you, we had a day.
The 101 South is the Pacific Coast Highway.
It's the
PCH.
It's the GOAT.
Yeah,
It is unbelievable.
Unreal
Like,
Drive.
just,
We kind of hit on it right at the start.
yeah,
of the pod.
that's what we started because this is what we came through today. But just town after town of just the coolest little shit and just
Yeah.
the little novelty stores and like little candy store. We stopped for ice cream at one point. We stopped
Got
in-
some clam chowder.
Yeah, some clam chowder for Chase. Stopped at this. I don't even know what town. Lincoln City, I think
It was
called.
Lincoln City. Yeah.
Lincoln City got the frisbee out and brought Remy out to the beach and let him have his first Yoss at a frisbee. He was loving it.
Couldn't
tired him
figure it
up.
out though. Once it hit the ground, he couldn't pick it
cannot.
up.
Yeah, he was having a bit of a struggle with that just because of the way
He'll learn.
couldn't get a bite on the lip of it. He was trying to scratch at it. He
Trying
was
to
pretty
dig.
cute. So yeah, had a little bit of a burn with him. Got him nice and tired. Then went to a really nice restaurant right on the coast, all glass,
Mm-hmm.
like beautiful inside. I'm dressed like an idiot in a freaking U of A hoodie and the gray sweatpants, just in this real nice restaurant.
Yeah.
Whatever. I got some beautiful ribs, and you got.
Are we going to do fish and chips review number 2?
Hell yeah,
Already?
we are.
Okay, so we
People
go
are
into this
now experienced with the format.
Kylo's. Yeah, we got the format established. Just,
Kylo's.
I can rip this one a little bit quicker.
Take your time, baby. I love it.
This
I'm here all day.
fish and chips, I will say, I will take my time because it was a bit of a roller coaster.
Oh,
So we go to the Kylo's Lincoln City. This is their fish and chips review.
beautiful restaurant, really nice look.
Yeah.
Kind of like I don't know, like 90s modern. Would you call it?
Yeah.
I don't know where I pulled that.
90s modern.
I don't know.
Yeah, so
It
we're at
felt
this
90s
we're at this
modern to me.
90s modern Kylo's in Lincoln City. I get the fish and chips as usual after a calamari starter, which
Ooh,
I
right. Chase got me to
convinced
try a piece of calamari. That was huge.
So element 1, coleslaw. This was disappointing. I want to give it a 0 because I hate coleslaw with onions
and cilantro.
Right. Cilantro tastes
tough.
like dish soap to me.
I wish I would have tried the slaw to
and
be
I've
able to say.
Also never had
I love
slaw with
onions and
cilantro. I've never had a slaw.
I
Have
bet
you?
it was delicious. I've never, but
it's gross.
it
So
sounds awesome.
I'll give it a 1 because just because I'm not a cilantro, I had maybe half a bite of it, so I did not eat the slaw.
So that's a 1 out of 10.
So that's a 1. But here's where the roller coaster begins. We get to the fries. And you had those fries with your ribs. Correct?
I sure did.
I haven't had fries. I haven't had fries like these in my life. They were almost like potato wedges, but extremely thin, and they were very. I'm going to give these fries a 9 out of 10.
How do you describe them? They're like little pieces of beef jerky almost.
Yeah, I don't know how to describe them.
Like very flat, long.
It's like a
wide,
like a 1x4, but a potato fry.
Yeah,
and they were unreal. Next level fries. And you had them with your ribs, did you not?
They were unreal.
Would you agree with a 9 out of 10?
I would, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So
on creativity alone.
Yeah.
But execution, great, good crisp, beautiful seasoning.
Yeah.
Those are some of the best fries I've ever had.
So yeah, 9 out of 10 on the fries.
That's awesome.
I would take those fries in substitute of fries anywhere.
For sure. Yeah.
So
other than Costco.
With that being said, should I give them a 10? If I would take them over any other fry I've ever had? I think there has to be a 10 then. Yeah.
I think it really depends on where you put a 10, because what I was thinking is maybe 10s is like, we just haven't experienced that yet. Maybe throw a 9.5 on it. That's what I was thinking. But this is your review. Who the fuck am I?
Fucking flop a 10 in there.
All right.
That was a 10 fry.
All right.
And that's even if you're not a fish and chip fan, just go to Kylo's and with whatever you get the fries.
Yeah.
Kylo's fries,
Lincoln
10 out of 10. Lincoln City, Oregon, baby. Potato fries, 10 out of 10. Fish was really good. I would say the batter was fairly average, but very good crunch. I would give that a 7 out of 10.
Which, the batter or the fish?
The batter.
The batter's a 7.
Batter's a 7.
You said it wasn't as seasoned.
Okay, I'm getting absolutely mauled here by this dog.
Yeah, he wants
Remy,
to
my dude. You have to chill. He did say he wants on the pod.
He does.
He wants on the pod.
Let's get him a mic.
We need to get a third mic.
That is true. So 7 out of 10.
So 1 out of 10 slaw. 10. Holy fuck.
Yeah,
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
Oh, he's rank.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 fries.
Yeah.
Batter 7 out of 10.
Gotcha.
And fish, night and day from Pelicans. That fish was buttery. It was flaky. It was melt in your mouth.
Just how you like it.
That was a 9 out of 10 fish.
9 out of 10 fish.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is going to be an interesting score.
That's what I'm talking about, a roller coaster, man.
And really, the slaw could have been unbelievable. It just had onions and cilantro.
Yeah.
But hey, don't have onions and cilantro if you know Chase is coming to town.
Yeah. Like, honestly,
they should have known this fish and chip review was happening. They should have served their A game. Done the research.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I've never had onions or cilantro in a coleslaw in my life. So
I don't know.
That was really jarring. I'm not a raw onion guy. I'm not a cilantro guy. So that is just a tough look.
Tough titties
for Kylo's.
So we got to add this thing up. We got 10, 27. So really, it was only one better than Pelican Brew.
Yeah.
So knowing that,
but the thing,
the experience all in all, do you agree that they were only 1 point difference, and that you would like how you assessed it? Yeah, you're confident.
Absolutely. Okay. And I would say what really got Kylo's obviously was the slaw. You have to put out a better slaw.
I just didn't
fish and chips, man.
Okay, I don't want to step on your toes. I'm not your fucking dad, but here's just a suggestion: take it or leave it.
Do we take the slaw out?
No. Here's what I'm thinking. I think just because the slaw is maybe to me, and again, I'm not an expert.
Rated out of 5.
Out of 5. That's what I was going to say. So it's out of 35 now, but it's only out of 5 on the slaw.
I really like that.
You like that? Okay.
I like that.
All right. This is yours. I don't want to.
I like that. I like that
because I just think it's a smaller. So then, next question. So that was a 1 out of 5 on the slaw here.
Yes.
Okay, but now you gave Pelican Brew a 3 out of 10 on the slaw. You are getting mauled.
I'm just getting
absolutely
bit.
mauled,
man.
Rem dogs, chill,
man. I'm just gonna have to hold this toy and let him chew on it.
All right. Well, and maybe we need to switch seats.
It's not really distracting.
No, it's all good. So you gave a 3 out of 10 on the slaw for Pelican Brew. But that doesn't work.
I gave a 3 out of 10.
You did.
You gave it 8 out of 10.
On the slaw?
Yeah.
Why do I have a 3?
The fries were a 3.
Oh.
No. The fish was a 3.
The fish was a 3.
Fish was a 3.
And you gave the slaw
The
a
slaw
7.
and the fries were 8s,
Yeah.
and the batter was a 7. I don't know. There was some combo of 3 8s.
We're going to have to re-listen to this. There's people listening at home be like, you fucking idiots. It's this, and this.
Yeah.
Because I had 3 out of 10 slaw, 8 out of 10 fries, 8 out of 10 batter, and 7 out of 10 fish.
Okay. No. So it was 8 out of 10 on the slaw for sure. I like the slaw.
Okay, then they're going to get a much different... Oh, okay, so a 4 out of 5?
4 out of 5.
Okay, so a 4 out of 5 slaw, 8 out of 10 fries, 8 out of 10 batter, 3 out of 10 fish.
Yes.
Okay, new score out of 35 is, drum roll, 7, 15, 23 out of 35.
And what was the Kylo's?
I need to redo it. Now it's out of 5.
Oh, God. This is bad listening.
27 out of 35.
So still, like 4 apart. That's probably a little bit more in the wheelhouse.
Yeah, that seems more accurate to me.
Yes.
Right? Because I felt like the experience was different just on the slaw. It's a secondary component. I feel like this was the money. The way you talked about that fish, the scores are now more representative.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm really happy with how that went. You know what?
Okay. And now for future fish and chip reviews, we're going to have it absolutely locked
And
down.
loaded? I was going to go, you are getting just finger bit. Oh my goodness. This is hilarious. Yeah. So that was Lincoln City. And then it's just views. We switched drive and I think Chase hopped in at that time. And then it's just like some of the most beautiful, picturesque, like coastal views, mountainous views, like just unbelievable.
Nick decides rashly to have a nap during the best part of the whole
It was
drive.
a big rib meal. And I didn't even nap because every 3 minutes it's, dude, you gotta look out, dude, look out now. And so like, you just gotta get up. You just gotta get up. It's too nice. You just gotta get up. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm not even napping. So like, I guess I might as well. So that was ridiculous. But
You
yeah.
napped.
No, I didn't. Well, I almost did, but then he slammed on the brakes real hard at one point. I went slamming into the front. So I don't know what that was. But yeah, no, that kept me up. But then, hopped out. Then we stopped, grabbed a little ice cream, and gave Rem Dogs a little walks in, I don't know what that town was. Takachikuk or something?
Yeah, not sure what that was.
Kikachuk, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. It was good. Got back on the road, and then we pulled in, like we said, we have no idea where we are right now.
Yeah.
Somewhere in Oregon.
Not really sure. Somewhere outside of Dune City.
Getting close to Bandon.
And yeah, in between Coos and Dune City.
You almost bit your face. Oh my God. This dog is a psychopath. I love it. Oh man. Well, what else? That's an hour right there. Do we find something else to bullshit about? Did we miss anything? Any funny stories?
I don't think so.
Remembered one.
What?
Driving away with the gas thing stuck in the thing.
Oh yeah.
I'm an idiot. I grew up around gas stations my whole life. I've seen so many people do this, and I've laughed at so many people and called them idiots for driving away with the fucking gas pump. And I did it on this trip, and I'm so embarrassed about it.
He comes in. So we're at this little gas station along the Columbia River. This was like in Washington somewhere, on our way to Portland. And we pull over, and Nick apparently says he's grown up around gas stations, but has never used one of those autofill features, like with the click button
on
to
the
autofill
high-speed pumps. You're not legally allowed to have them, so we always had them taken off. You had to bust them off with a screwdriver.
Wow.
Anyway,
yeah, he uses the auto pump for the first time. There's a lot of cherry bursts,
and also, I've just been baked into me. Don't leave the pump unattended, right? While it's pumping, you got to be right there, because I've also seen guys have that little clip on, have it fall out, and just absolutely squirt it everywhere. And I know this dog is now, he's laying on my legs. He wants some attention. So I'd walked away. We went in the store. We're getting, food, drinks, all this other stuff kind of going on, checking all the things. And then we run out. I'm going to take it off, but it's just got a little bit more to fill. And I go, I'm just going to run in for one more pee.
Yeah.
Idiot. So I run in to go pee. I don't know if I thought Chase jumped out, but he was already like in the car and settled, so he wouldn't have been. Didn't even think about it. Just jumped in, drove away. And as soon as I freaking did, I heard someone honk and I knew I looked back and I knew exactly what I did. I was so embarrassed and just, stopped right there, got out. And I knew because when it happens at our store, it's, we just charge them $50 or whatever. It's a quick connect. It's 2 seconds. No, I don't know, like a 5-minute job to hook it back up. And I just, went up, told the guy, hey, sorry about that. And he's like, no, it's not even a bit, you don't have, it just snaps back on here. It's magnetic. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, it's nothing. He's like, don't even worry about it. I was like, oh, sweet, but just embarrassed. Just so embarrassed.
That was funny.
Oh,
that kind of scared me because that was like a big semi-horn honk. Right as we're pulling out on the, I was look, I thought we were about to get T-boned by a semi.
I was just hanging my head in shame.
Oh man,
at that moment, yeah, no, that was bad. What other thing? I feel like there's lots of more funny moments that we forgot about, didn't cover.
Oh, I'm sure there were. I can't remember though.
Yeah, well, I think we can maybe call her there if you'd like. Play a little Yahtzee. Yeah.
I'll dust you in some crazy.
I think we need to give this dog a little run.
I think so.
We might have to grab a ball. We might have to take him outside. Yeah. He just a little. He lost his first tooth. That was pretty cute.
Yeah,
that was pretty cute. Yeah. Did you save it?
No, it was on the table somewhere. And
probably sitting on it. Oh, is it right here?
Is that it?
I don't know. That might be a chip. Oh, that's a chip.
It's a chip. Put it in a bag and I'll call it his tooth.
Oh my God, that's funny. Yeah. So tomorrow we're gonna get up relatively early. I think there's a little 1 mile loop around this lake.
T-minus 2 days to FO. Probably by the time you listen to this, FO will be aboard. Mm-hmm. We're all pretty excited for that. I think FO is excited for that.
Yeah, he's been texting us every day,
and phoning and asking for updates, and so I think that made us move ahead schedule maybe a little bit.
Just kind of hustle our way down this coast.
So I think we're hopefully be down there for the weekend and get after a little bit with Fraser. That would be good. Haven't seen that big idiot, really ugly guy in a long time.
Super ugly, hey?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Which he's probably the best looking of the three of us if we're on. You think? I don't know. I'm so bad at judging guys' looks.
I think we're all 9 out of 10s.
That is true. That is true.
All three,
maybe even 9.5.
So if we were fish and chips, that's fucking hefty score there.
But you're lucky. Noses is rated out of 5, so wouldn't hurt you that bad. We still up there. It's a secondary characteristic. Oh my goodness. Well, that was lots of fun, and all those things. I don't want to record an intro and all that to this, so I might just let it on. But if you're following along, share it with somebody. Share a post. Subscribe. Follow the Von Dubcast. I'm trying to make stories every day. This hotspot is just a CSer that's kind of being thorn in my bum hole, but I make myself laugh.
The Chaser 44. If you want to give me a follow, I'm a fairly a ghost on social media. But if you want to look at a picture of me when I was 3 with a set of clubs, you're more than welcome.
Yeah,
toss me a follow.
Yeah, and apparently Chase threw his golf clubs in without telling me that he's bringing his golf clubs, so we might even get some golfing on this trip.
Yeah, today was the first day we drove by open golf courses.
And Oregon's known for its golf, right?
It's known for banding. It's not necessarily
which we're
known
go
for
to
its
tomorrow.
golf.
So we're going to stop and go see the golf course?
I don't know. We might.
T-shirt or something?
We'll see. No,
I think that'd be pretty cool.
I'm not getting merch unless I'm on the course, man. That's like touching the Stanley Cup and you haven't won it.
You're right. Yeah.
But yeah, it was. It made me get the bug a little bit seeing the people out playing on that course today. So maybe again though it's not a priority. I think I could wait till.
I think the issue with both of us is we just are enjoying the driving too much.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
I love the ocean. It's probably
that is true.
Yeah, it just hits home.
Yeah, you were born in the ocean, hey?
Yeah, I was a mermaid until
a merman. What's that from?
A merman?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Remember we'd always...
I think it's just...
F-O and then would always yell at, I'm a merman.
I have no idea.
We'll have to ask him when... Maybe. We'll have to ask him on the pod where that originates.
Yeah.
Anyways. Yeah. Well, follow along. Do all the things I said. Subscribe, like, share, all those things. It helps. I swear. Yeah. And...
tell a friend.
Tell a friend. Yeah, that too. All right, we're going to get some Yahtzee going. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed that episode. That was lots of fun to record. I really am enjoying this trip, enjoying these episodes we're popping out, and I can't wait to get the three amigos on for one, because I think if you see the amount of silliness and laughs that happens when me and Chase get together, you guys haven't seen shit yet. Once it's the three of us, it's going to be a whole nother level. So enjoy it. Like I said in the intro, subscribe, follow along on social media, Von Dubcast, pass it to a friend. All those other things, they all help. Go to the YouTube channel. I know the YouTube's kind of a little bit out of date at the moment, but we'll get there eventually. It's always good to give me a sub on there, maybe leave a comment. All that shit helps. Appreciate it if you do. No worries if you don't. Other than that, just have a great week, and I'll see you on the next one.